AD is revealed in the shocking series finale of Pretty Little Liars. Today's episode of Newsfeed is brought to you by Pandora Premium, where you can search and play your favorite songs. Pandora, sounds like you. Goodbye, Rosewood. Hello, evil twin. 7 years ago, we were introduced to Aria, Spencer, Emily, and Hanna, and Ali, who was half dead at the time. These 5 girls were connected by a very dark secret, and last night's epic series finale of Pretty Little Liars brought their stories full circle. While the identity of AD remained a mystery up until last night's episode, one thing was certain. Spencer was a little off and was somehow, someway involved in all of the madness. Turns out, madness would be putting it lightly. AD is revealed to be none other than Alex Drake, Mary Drake's daughter. Yep, twins! Except Alex was adopted by an English couple and sadly abandoned again. And then she went crazy. Mary Drake assures Spencer that she basically just found out about Alex's whereabouts, but it's too late because Alex is prepared to take over Spencer's life, and we quickly learn that our speculations were correct. Spencer sometimes seemed off because it wasn't actually her, which really only hurts when you think that instead of Spencer and Toby having that steamy NSFW moment in the cabin, it was actually Toby and some crazy chick from England. But before the girls can put an end to AD, we do get more than a couple shocking moments because duh, it's PLL. First, we cried when Aria reveals that she is unable to have children, and when Ezra doesn't show up to his wedding, she actually thinks he ditched her because of her secret. Ouch. Turns out he was just being held hostage by Alex. Phew. And the wedding does happen, and the two plan to adopt because we need at least a dozen Ezra babies. Then we celebrated when Hanna reveals that she's pregnant. Yes, we want all the babies, please. Now let's get to talking about our favorite British lad, Ren Kingston, who should just be labeled a giant... Wait, what? Ren is dead and hanging around Alex's neck in necklace form. Alex and Ren were madly in love in England, where he first met her, and he was practically willing to do just about anything for her, including shooting her in the arm so she could have matching gunshot wounds with her sis. Creepy. Ren eventually found Alex to be a little too extreme, shocker, so she killed him and turned his ashes into a necklace. But not before she used his you-know-what and Emily's eggs to impregnate Ali. Meet Lily and Grace. The two cutest babies are Ali and Emily's twin girls, and we had some major hashtag relationship envy when we see both ladies working at Rosewood and raising their daughters together. But let's talk about the cutest engagement ever. Emerson actually feels like forever, so let's just hope both of their daughters grow up to be sane. Meanwhile, also at Rosewood is Jenna, who is, to the disappointment of many PLL fans out there, still blind. She's also a life skills teacher at the high school where it all began, and she's got a familiar problem on her hands. There's a brand new bully, and her name is Addison Derringer. AD. Coincidence? I think not. And as much as we used to love hating Jenna, it is her who initially alerts Toby that Spencer might not be Spencer. And of course, this is where we get to gush over the return of Spoby, as Toby correctly identifies the good twin when both Spencer and Alex are pleading for his trust. But it wouldn't be PLL without one last twist. The cop that ends up arresting Alex turns out to be Mona's hired boyfriend, and the two are living together in Paris, while Mona is keeping both Alex and Mary Drake hostage in her own creepy, life-size dollhouse. So basically, Mona wins.
She's Mona.
Let's also give a shout out to the hilarious moment between the moms who finally addressed that nobody actually knows how they made it out of the basement that night, and to Marlene King for her perfect cameo during Ezra and Aria's wedding. And for sheer nostalgia, the show ends the same way that it began, but this time it's Addison who's gone missing, and when her friends wake up to discover that she's gone, they find Willa, who tells them that she's pretty sure she heard Addison scream. Spin-off, anybody? There's still so much to discuss about last night's insane finale, so get the conversation going in the comments section below. Thanks so much for working through the PLL craziness with me. I'm Sinead DeFries, and I'll see you guys next time. Now click left for a juicy recap of the latest episode of The Bachelorette, and click right to check out the crew get jacked, or at least attempt to. Thanks again to Pandora for sponsoring this episode. Now with Pandora Premium, where personalized radio meets on-demand listening, it's the only music app you'll ever need.